They say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet. But I love me some of Grandma's pickled beets. Well, cut it up, put it in the pan, throw it over your shoulder and see where it lands right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Maters, taters, beans and corn, the cows in the barn and the sheep's been shorn, kids in the barnyard chasing Grandpa's chicken. Spices, slices, cuts and dices, gonna slash your grocery prices right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Help you grow your garden good with recipes to suit your mood. Try some grub you've never tried before. Smash it with a wooden mallet, gonna educate your palate right here in Farmer's Kitchen, in Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're gonna cook something good now.
Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen brought to you by Woods Equipment Company. Has every tool you need to make working the land as rewarding as hunting it. L81 Bottling Company. Taste, love, and share the tradition. Rose Farm Supply. Family farming and commitment to our customers since 1982. Housewarmings, the outdoor living and fireplace experts.
All right, now shopping has taken on new meaning. Over the years, you've watched us cook, you've watched us raise our garden, you've watched us want to know where our food came from, what's on it. Never in my life was I able to do that. Now, because of this right back here, Good Foods Market and Cafe, which we're going to be shopping a lot at in the near future, I'm so excited because we know where the produce comes from, we know what's on it, we can get good organic food here, get anything we want, and you know what? It's time right now to do some shopping and get ready for tonight's meal and several other nights coming up. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you hungry?
I'm starving.
We should not shop when we're hungry because we spend too much money.
Let's get 2 carts.
Maybe 3.
Okay.
Let's go. All right, let's shop. Now, tonight we're making several different things. I found an old cookbook that has the actual hot brown recipe from the Brown Hotel, which is cool. All right, check this out. Here's what I'm talking about. This is why I have so much fun shopping here. To me, it's so important to buy local. Dutch Creek Farm, Pleasureville, Kentucky. It's a Kentucky Proud product. It's grown in Kentucky. Look here, fed local non-GMO corn. Isn't that not nice to know that it's done right here in Kentucky? Pleasureville, Kentucky. All right, I'm looking for some cream. And right here, this is from Russellville, Kentucky. jdcountrymilk.com. See, it's absolutely cool to me. Now, here's what I'm talking about. Obviously, we're not growing grapes in the wintertime in Kentucky, but we know they're organic. We got our cream, we got our eggs, we've got tomatoes, and we got our stuff from Kentucky. Some of these people we don't know, but I'd like to go visit. Our eggs, we know where they come from. It's absolutely wonderful. You know what I absolutely love? Dates or figs. Now here's the way I cheat when I really want a sweet snack and I don't want a lot of calories. I'm getting fiber and I'm getting protein and nuts. I'll take me I talked about this before. These are organic dates. Put a pecan with that. Oh my gosh, you got an instant snack and it tastes like pecan pie. It tastes like you're cheating. Now, if I wanted to buy honey, obviously I have my own. I'm growing my own now, but here we go, right here. Kentucky honey, 100% local and raw. If you got allergies, right here, Kentucky Proud. We're gonna need some cheese for our hot browns. Mount Sterling, Co-op Creamery, raw goat milk, mild cheddar cheese. How about that? Now, something that we might mention is, you know, they have good chefs here. We've talked with them before. They have a cafe right over here. Now, they just made the sushi right here fresh, so we're going to go, we can't resist. We're going to have a snack for on the way home. But if you ever want to try some good eating, there's a cafe right over here.
What do you think?
You pick it. I like it all. Some bread for our hot brown. You know the days of wondering where your food came from and just grabbing something off the shelf and not caring or if that's your thing and you don't care where your food comes from, that's fine. I do. I care where my family gets their food from. I want to know what's in it, what's on it, where it came from. That's the reason I am having a lot of fun shopping today. Everything I'm looking at, I know where it came from. It's wonderful. We're back in the store. That was fun.
That was.
You know, to me, if you go to the store, let's 10 years ago, and you buy something off the shelf, you don't know where it came from.
Right.
Now we have that option to go into the store and say, okay, we need some cream. Okay, here's some cream. Just like the old bottles. This is JD Country Milk. We're gonna have to go visit them.
Is that a glass
from
bottle?
Kentucky. It's a glass bottle. Now I remember when I was a kid, we'd go to Melvin Will's, and he lived up in Ohio, and we would go up there and get our milk. He'd have, the cream was on the top and a great big, and it just tastes delicious when you drank it. The cream was still in it, it tasted sweet. Remember that?
Yeah, we had a milk chute, so they'd leave our milk.
A what chute?
A milk chute.
Milk?
They called milk chute.
What is milk?
It's a milk chute.
Milk.
Anyways, it was a little box, and they'd leave our milk, and then we put our empty.
Leave your what? They'd leave your milk.
And you'd leave the empty bottles, and they'd bring us new when we needed it every few days.
Really?
Yeah, so we had a milk chute.
We didn't have that. You lived in the city.
Right.
For a while.
Right.
Then you moved out of the country. But you know what? Here we are with all these foods in front of us, and these are organic. We know they haven't been sprayed. Now, I know people may think, well, he's on his soapbox again. No, I want to know what's in my food. I don't want pesticides. You know, people say, eat more vegetables, eat more vegetables. Okay, what if we do eat more vegetables and they're covered with pesticides?
Right.
What's the point?
Right.
So I want to know where it came from, and I'm glad that we can do that nowadays. Now I'm getting off my soapbox. Now let's talk about the fact that you're going to fix a dessert that's got all natural stuff in it.
Mm-hmm. Sure does.
No calories?
No calories.
It might have a few calories. Now we like to go back in time. This was your grandmother's? Which grandmother?
Calocarinas, the Greeks.
Calocarinas. She had a restaurant in Pennsylvania.
Called the State Lunch, and they used to make this. This was their main dessert.
And everybody loved it.
Everybody loved it, and it's in our cookbook.
It's very simple. On what page?
Page 27. We're going to...
We like to gather things that are from our family or from our friends and do things the old-fashioned way. So let me get out of your way here. But first, let me tell you, we got a surprise for you. I found this book, speaking of antiquity. It's called Out of Kentucky Kitchens. It's got a foreword by Duncan Hines in Bowling Green in the 40s.
Wow. And
there's recipes here from all over Kentucky, including the hot brown sandwich from the Brown Motel.
Yum.
How about that, or hotel?
Yummy.
I'm not sure it's a motel or hotel. But anyhow, we're going to talk about that later, and we're going to use our fresh cream in that. But first,
we're going to make this.
We're going to make the apple crunch that your grandmother made in Pennsylvania.
Right, in a restaurant.
Tell
it's
us about
so
it.
easy. It's just, we have apples. Mm-hmm. We're going to cut those into slices. And I have this wonderful little cutter that helps us. And then these are our ingredients. We have oatmeal, brown sugar, flour, pecans, butter, and a little bit of salt. And that's it. And we're going to let that cook for about an hour.
Let's
sound good?
Do it.
All right. I love this.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
How about
There we
that?
go. We're going to do that, but I'm going to have to peel them a little bit too.
Get your seeds out of there.
Thank
you don't want
you.
to eat the seeds. You're making quick work of that. How many apples do we need, by the way?
It says 6 cups, so I pulled out 7 apples. What do you think? Just a little bit? And if you go a little over or under.
in a little while, we're going to visit one of my favorite restaurants, the Bluebird. We went recently to Stanford, Kentucky, and we visited with those folks down there. We had a book signing, and they had a little Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen get-together around Christmas time.
Yeah,
it was very nice.
nice.
And they cooked some recipes that are in our book, and we visited with some fine folks down there. We're going to visit them in just a little while. Why do I like the Bluebird? Because they know where their meat comes from. They know where their vegetables come from. Everything is fresh. Everything is right there. They buy it local. And I'm telling you what, if you are ever in that area, even if you're not in that area, you need to check them out. They are wonderful, wonderful, one of our favorites. And while she's cutting apples, I want to remind you to visit our website, timfarmerscountrykitchen.com, and check out some recipes you might not have seen. Also check out our Facebook page, like it, and you can follow us. We're going to be all over the place this year. We're having so much fun with our cooking show. And Granny Smith apples are, to me, one of the best for baking and for cooking, stuff like this. All right, what's the next step? You got your apples
They're all ready to go. We're going to go ahead and pour them in. And let's take just about maybe a tablespoon of this brown sugar.
All right, let's do.
Just kind of mix it up.
I don't even need more than that.
If you want, 'cause the whole thing's going to go on the top, but we can. Want to mix a little bit more?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How's that?
That's beautiful.
That's the only part we're going to
That's
mix.
a good start.
There you go. The rest is going to be in.
So this is basically your crunch. You can do this with cherries
Right.
or peaches or whatever.
This is the best. And with fresh apples, I think it's the best.
Ooh.
All right, so now we want 1.5 cups of brown sugar. And we
Right.
took a little bit of that out, so we're going to put this in here.
Okay.
All right, you got the flour. It's 1 cup of flour.
This goes all
Mixed
these
in here.
ingredients together. Okay.
Half a cup of oatmeal.
Half a cup of oatmeal.
And a teaspoon of salt, so we'll just about a teaspoon. And I have got a half cup of butter here too. And pecans, which you can mix in. I like to kind of sprinkle them on top.
I like where you're going. You know, the stuff we do around here is pretty simple. Sometimes we get into some pretty, intricate stuff, but we like simple. And this has as you can imagine, the tastes that are already coming
yummy.
together here.
You put
This
ice
is one
cream.
of my favorite things. You know what's good? You know what you've got me doing? A dessert like this, take some fresh cream when it's out and pour cream in it.
Yum. That would be good.
It's almost like having milk.
Milk. It is milk.
Milk.
How do you
My
say
mom
it?
says apples.
Apples. All right. And we're just going to go
All right,
ahead and put
dump
this,
that in
nothing
there.
fancy. Even if it's not mixed in, it's going to all,
Just gonna put it over the top.
look at that's a lot of stuff, isn't it?
Simple, easy stuff.
That's it.
Now again, this is one of the things they fixed at the Bluebird that
They did.
night. And now you preheated your oven to 350. How long are we gonna cook
We're going to let
this?
this go for an hour.
Now they cooked this. Everybody absolutely loved it, and I would highly suggest you go to this little restaurant. It's in this beautiful little setting. It's almost like going back to the good old days when everybody knew each other.
Right.
It's that kind of town.
It's a nice town.
Yeah,
Nice people.
Stanford's a beautiful place.
And they served it with ice cream.
Oh.
It was good.
Go visit the Bluebird. And meanwhile, I want you to put your thinking caps on. Here's our contest right here. Send us on our Facebook page a little post. Talk about your favorite restaurant, wherever it may be in Kentucky or surrounding states, that has fresh served ingredients that are bought locally. You know it's good, you know it's fresh. They can tell you the name of the cow. Well, maybe not that intimate, but they know the name of the butcher who brought the stuff in and where it's from. Tell us why you want us to come visit that restaurant. Post it on our Facebook page, and if we use your particular post and we go to their restaurant, we are going to come have dinner with you at your favorite restaurant, and we're going to bring you a package of Tim Farmer Country Kitchen goodies. So post your favorite restaurant on our Facebook page. Tell us why we should come to this particular restaurant in your neck of the woods, and we'll come visit and have dinner with you. That will be fun.
That would.
Let's pop that in the oven and go visit the Bluebird. We're here at the Bluebird, back at the Bluebird. We just had a book signing across the street at Kentucky Soaps and Such. That was fun. But you know what? They've taken some of our stuff here, Nicki. They've got our dad's famous venison cheeseburgers. They've got venison chili, and they're doing a little thing tonight where people have come in and they're sitting down here. They can have some of our recipes out of our book. We're going to grab us a bite and visit with the fine folks here and have some good victuals, I guarantee. Man, excellent job.
Thank you.
I've never seen you move like this.
I know, right?
You could be a solid gold dancer. You know what? Thanks so much for having recipes, Tim Farmer's cookbook tonight. But also, I've already hit on my recipes. I tried your stuff, dude. Fantastic.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Tell us about your business. How long it's been open. Now, you've been on our show before, but for the folks who haven't seen, tell us about the Bluebird.
Well, we've been here just about 2 years in this coming February. Really what the Bluebird is we are focused on being Kentucky in all things. We buy Kentucky products, we buy locally farmed goods, and then I put them together in an interesting way for the clientele. But the idea is really twofold. One, to support Kentucky jobs, and also to provide food that's healthier for you. It's our belief that processed foods and lots of chemicals are not good for your body.
Absolutely.
And that's, that belief goes back. I didn't use cutting edge recipes. I didn't use in the research to this. I didn't use what they're doing in California, what they're doing in New York. What I did was I went back to the pioneer days and I said, how did they make a biscuit? How did they make bread? How did they make their stocks? Well, they used everything. They were farmers. So that's what we do here at Bluebird in essence.
Now, isn't it nice today that we're kind of getting back to the days? People aren't just grabbing stuff off the shelf. They want to know where it came from. You can have that personal relationship with your butcher.
Absolutely.
And your good foods and folks like that. You can know who your gardener is. If you can't grow it yourself, you can find some way to get fresh foods. No poison sprayed on it.
Exactly.
Why would you take that stuff in your body?
Pasture raised, maybe not fully organic. That's not what we're about, but natural foods. No chemical introduced into it.
Thank you.
And you're exactly right. Know your farmer, know your meats. We use Marksbury Farm meats. I can tell you right now, the average beef that I have in this restaurant's only got about 10 miles on it. I could track it back to the actual cow. I know what field he was raised in. I know if there was any chemical on that grass, and there wasn't. I know everything about the animals. And you're exactly right. It's our belief that's healthier. And we've also found that it tastes better. I always say the comparison is simple. If you went to a chain grocery store and you bought a tomato, or you went outside your window and you picked one from the yard, which tomato is better?
Absolutely.
Every time. So,
thank you so much for doing what you do, and how can folks find you?
Oh, they can find us at bluebirdnatural.com, or just give us a call.
And come on down.
Yeah, come on down.
Shout out.
We're here every day but Sunday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to read directly from the book. Now, this is apparently the way they served it back in the 40s, and that's someplace I want to visit, the Brown Hotel. That's a cool, cool place. Anyhow, here we go. And here's what it says in here. It says, for some reason, this sandwich, the brown sandwich, hot, seems to be more popular than the cold brown sandwich, and visitors to Brown Hotel will often order this without even consulting the menu. I like it in winter on a cold day, but I am still partial to the cold brown sandwich when the weather's hot. And here is their ingredient. Now we're going to cut it down to a quarter because we're just eating what we're eating today. And there are so many ways you can mix this up. But we're going to do a very simple cream sauce today. Now what we're going to do is we're going to melt our butter in the saucepan.
2 tablespoons, right?
2 tablespoons. Careful not to burn. Now I'm making the whole portion of cream. This is going to be much more than we need, but so many things we can use cream sauce in, and we are so excited. We're using a Chardonnay for this, a dry white wine. We've got some folks who we're going to talk to very shortly who make wine in Kentucky, but guess what?
What?
All Kentucky grapes.
It's good wine too, isn't it?
How about that? That's our little secret. We'll have to tell you about that very shortly. All right, we're going to get our butter melted. Now we're going to thicken that up. I wouldn't say we're going to make a roux because we're just going to let it get thick. Then when that starts to thicken up, if you will start to pour that warm milk in there.
You ready?
A little bit at a time. Just keep on thickening that up. Interesting, isn't
That's how it is.
Keep on mixing that in. We're going to keep breaking this up and stirring that in until it thickens. It's starting to thicken up nicely.
More milk?
Go ahead. Yep. Then add the rest of it. We'll be good to go. Yep. Now the one thing about the hot brown, if you've ever had one, you know that it's cheesy. We are not going to spare any cheese here. All right, I'm going to let this go for about 5 minutes, really stirring until it really breaks up.
It's getting thick.
And then we're going to add about a third a cup. Is that about a third a cup?
That's how it is.
We've worn our measurements off the side of our measurement cup. We need to get it on. See how it's thickening up nicely? Come back with our cream. And I don't know, a tablespoon or two of white wine. This is Chardonnay.
I can't wait to taste this.
Now, with this, like I said, we're not going to spare on the cheese. I'm going to take some Parmesan cheese. Thicken it up just a bit. You're a good helper.
Thank you.
You're like my right arm and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. She cuts bait too. Okay, white pepper. Just a dash. All right, look at that. Does that look yummy?
It does.
I'm going to come back with a little bit of add white pepper. Now I'm going to put a little black pepper because Glenn Thompson, my buddy, likes lots of pepper.
He said you can't have enough pepper, doesn't he?
He gets on me for my pepper usage. Now let's take our yellow grated American cheese. Let's go ahead and we're making the full cheesy deal.
Putting that in here?
We're going to put that in there.
How much?
And we're going to melt it. Put all of it in there.
Really?
And we're going to melt that in there. Meanwhile, I'm going to take some of my turkey and I'm going to put a generous portion. Okay, now cover with a 1/4 cup of sauce. All right, now it says to place a 1/4 cup of sauce, but you know what?
Just load it up.
Load it up. We put this in our Lodge pan because we're going to take it out and eat it out of the pan. Now, place my 2 strips of bacon because we're hungry and because it's Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We do what we want. It says a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese on top of that. How about that? Now, can you imagine the melty goodness of this? It says if you have individual shallow baking dishes, either pottery or copper, use them. This sandwich should really be served in the dish in which it was browned. That's the perfect little pan for that. All right, we're going to slide it in. All right, we're bubbling and boiling, and I'm seeing. Oh, why don't you take a look at that?
Wow, yummy.
Oh, you smell that little bit of heaven right there? Now this is just that's your hot brown. This is out of a 1940s book. So that recipe, when our parents were kids,
Yeah.
tiny kids, they were serving this, and I don't know how far back that goes, but look what a cheesy bunch. Can you smell that off of there? The bacon and the cheese, and we can even smell the smoked turkey in there. All right, we're ready to try this. It's still hot, so be careful.
That's yummy.
Oh my, there's nothing to that. And the flavors that all combine. How long till dessert?
It's probably ready.
You reckon? Ooh, I hear a sizzle.
What do you think? I guess I got you a little bowl right there if you want to scoop it. And
Okay.
I like to put cream on
Now,
it.
obviously, that's still very hot because it is
Yeah.
bubbling. So I know something that could cool it down.
What?
It is what it is.
Ooh, yummy.
You want some?
Yes, I do.
Now let me tell you what. The goodness of milk. I gotta have a bite.
Is that good?
Oh my.
Not good?
Oh my. You deserve one on cheek.
Thank you.
You know what? It's all about good times, good friends, and good eats. We got them right here.
Special thanks to Good Foods Market and Cafe, Kentucky Beer Cheese, Polecat Custom Smokers, and Weisenberger Mill. Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen brought to you by Kentucky Sheep and Goat Development Office. Try something different tonight. Salt Rocks, the flavor of life.